So today's video is going to be on a big aquarium co-op unboxing that I just did recently. Got a bunch of stuff from them. I get not only my supplies, but like my knowledge from them too. I've learned so much, especially back in the day when I first was getting into fish and doing things like that. I learned an absolute ton from Aquarium Co-op. So not sponsored, I paid for all my stuff. Don't worry, I'm just saying if you like aquarium stuff, the knowledge that they give is very great, so check them out at Aquarium Co-op. Little fun fact, when I first got into fish was when I was very small and I used to watch Aquarium Co-op. Then I got out of it. I had some stuff going on in my life. I moved, yada yada yada, got into reptiles, and I just now come back to fish within the last 2 years or so, last year, and Aquarium Co-op blew up, doing great, so happy for them. But like, it's just amazing to see, like, if you're gone for a little bit, you miss somebody's blow up and then, you know, whatever. But kind of cool that I saw them when they were very small, learned an absolute ton, and then now, you know, full circle, started to do fish stuff again. So pretty cool. Then after we do the unboxing, I'm going to show you guys an update on the fish room that we're building. I just bought somebody else's fish room not too long ago, and we're working on that and setting it up in my basement. So I cannot wait to show you guys. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Wonder who this package is from. Can't wait to unbox it. Clearly, it's from Aquarium Co-op. I get a lot of my fish supplies from Aquarium Co-op, so clearly, that's where it's from. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to go through, so let's go through it. Nice cool sticker. Thank you guys for that. Paper. So this, I forget what it said on the package, but I think this is for plants to keep them okay during shipping. If I'm not wrong, it looks like, yep. This is Taiwan moss right here. Looks pretty good. No algae, no pests, no snails. Wow, I wish I had that in my tank. So I'll get that out in a little bit and show you guys. Then this is a tiger lotus bulb, which is obviously down here. So, you know, I'll show you guys that shortly. And a red dwarf aquarium lily bulb, which again, you can't see. So I'll show you guys that shortly. Then a banana plant. That is what's in here, which I will show you guys that shortly as well. Nice reusable bag. Thank you, Aquarium Co-op. Pretty sweet. You know your boy had to get a towel because I'm sitting here using my freaking towels for my home and I'm not doing that anymore. So got this cool Aquarium Co-op towel. Equilibrium by Seachem. Helps to balance and restore minerals and GH. So very cool. I wanted to get some of that and try it out. Thermometer, of course, because I just have my temperature reading one for reptiles. I don't have the floating one for this, so got one of those. I got 2 shrimp caves, or I might have got more than, I might have got 3, I don't know. Very cool. The shrimp can go in there and hide. I'll show you guys that in a sec. Actually, let me show you that real quick now. Tiny little shrimp cave, so the shrimp can get in, but the fish can't, I believe. And yeah, pretty sweet. I got 2 more small sponge filters. So there's the second one. And the third pleco cave. Well, you'll know what's coming. So here's a pleco cave. And if you don't know what a pleco cave is, the plecos go in there and breed. So I wanted to get some of those because, hint hint, I have plans on breeding fish again. So this one is for Caleb. It's the Easy Green all-in-one fertilizer. I have some of this too, but this one is for Caleb because he doesn't have it. So that one goes to him. And then Easy Iron, this one actually goes to him as well. It basically helps the reds in your plants come out a little bit more, so pretty sweet. I got one for myself as well, the Easy Iron. And then Easy Potassium, I got one of those as well. So Caleb just got the iron and that, but I wanted to try this just to see. Fridge complete, water conditioner, because I'm almost out of mine, so gotta get some more. The other two Pleco caves, which like I said, I got 3. Some beef heart flakes, high in protein spirulina flakes, which helps with no bloating. And then all these foods. So this one from Hikari. By the way, if you guys know my crested gecko Hikari, that's what she was named after, is the fish food. But first bites, it's like a powder. I like to feed this to my shrimp and baby fish, so Caleb got this as well. Got some super glue in case I needed to glue anything. 2 more types of food, shrimp and fancy guppy from Hikari. I love Hikari foods. I think they make super good foods. This is the main reason why I wanted to get stuff from Aquarium Co-op. They had the Purigen. Well, that was there. And I wanted to get this because our tank has so many tannins in it. I realized you guys can't see, but trust me, you couldn't see anyway. This is going to help that. It'll take the tannins out, but it'll leave the other stuff in the water. So we're going to try that very shortly. All right, so that's the haul. All right, so the first thing we have that we're going to put in the tank is Taiwan moss. This is the coolest moss I could find. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I think it looks so cool, almost like a little mini tree or something, but yeah, super cool. So the next thing we have is a banana plant, and no, it is not actually a banana. It just looks like one, but the coolest plant ever. I believe these are actually native to the US, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty cool. Next, we have up the dwarf red aquarium lily. I used to have these lilies all the time. It was so freaking cool having them come up to the top and have a cool big lily pad. I cannot wait for them to get bigger. Super cool plant. Another super cool plant is the red tiger lotus. It's such a cool plant. I love plants that are red that you don't really have to dose a bunch to keep red, and this is one of those plants. Super cool. A little bit different from the lily. It's more like a big ball. The lily goes up to the top, so very cool. But can't wait to see how these grow. You guys will see an update when I feed the frogs very soon. All right, now it's time to put in the Purigen, and I will give you guys an update later, but I ended up putting this in a hang on the back filter instead. This idea didn't really work out like I thought. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but you know, it didn't really work out. This is what it looks like now, and after I show you guys the fish room, I'll show you the updated tank. So I'm not going to spoil the whole fish room yet, but as you guys can see, I started putting up the shelf and actually got it finished. This is a big part of the fish room, but it's not everything, and I don't want to spoil everything, but you guys can see it's coming together. I'm organizing the basement. We got the tanks ready to go onto the stand, some of them, and we've got the stand finally in place. I just have to get plywood and paint it, and then we're ready to go to start hooking up all the tanks. You guys are not going to want to miss it. Let's feed the frogs and give an update on my tank now. So what we're going to feed today is freeze-dried brine shrimp. Basically what I do is kind of put it in the water, let it absorb some water and soak up. I don't like to feed it to them super dry because I feel like it just makes them bloat. So I'd rather let it get wet and then let them eat after that. And they're very clumsy. We've already discussed this multiple times, but the frogs are not great eaters, so I literally have to tongue feed them. I feel like my other frogs that weren't the leucistic or like the albino type ones had better eyes, but these ones are so blind. They're so clumsy. They are horrible at hunting, but they are super cute, and I could not be happier with them. As you can see, the frogs are doing very well. They're eating a bunch. They're starting to gain a little bit of weight. I don't want them to get fat, but they also came in super tiny. So I want to make sure that they're well fed, and hopefully we'll get some breeding behavior and breeding action soon. But I literally just love it. I love the frogs so much. Now, if you guys are wondering why the tank isn't super clear, it is actually very clear. Here's a hill stream really quick before I get distracted, but the tank is super clear. I added a product, forget what it's called, but it's for the shrimp, and it kind of puts stuff all in the water to create biofilm for the shrimp to eat off of. And it takes a little bit to disperse and go away, but I should have did that after I fed them and after I recorded, but it is what it is. I think this is one of the coolest things I've ever done. The dwarf frogs with the orange shrimp and the hill streams is honestly super cool. Very fun to watch. The hill streams have their own little personality. Super, not aggressive, but when they want food and they have food by them, they want that food and they go and get it. The frogs are super fun to watch, super cute. The shrimp are very fun to watch as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to let me know if you've ever watched Aquarium Co-op, and then what fish should I start breeding? I already have an idea and I think I know what I'm going to do, but let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.